Kyle Montgomery, Dorsey Levens, back at you from our ACC Digital Network studios on the heels of Clemson's 38-10 win over Virginia Tech in the ACC Championship, their first conference title in 20 years. And Dorsey, this was a game where it seemed like everything kind of flip-flopped. Everything logical to us coming in, all of a sudden is illogical. Throw the numbers out of the window, especially when it comes to the running game. Andre Ellington and David Wilson almost flipped shoes.
Yeah, coming into this game, all eyes were on David Wilson. ACC Player of the Year, led the ACC in rushing, averaged 132 yards a game. We're expecting a big game from him. Only 32 yards rushing, 100 less than what he's been averaging all season. Andre Ellington, on the other hand, comes in, has been dinged up a little bit the last half of the season, not healthy, comes in healthy. And when that offense is clicking, they're clicking on all cylinders, from the running backs to the quarterback to the wide receiver. But Andre Ellington did his thing today.
Yeah, I talked to Dabo Swinney before the game. He said that the key, if there was one key, it would be establishing the run. Andre Ellington obviously did that, over 100 yards for the first time in 5 weeks. What happened to this vaunted Virginia Tech defense? This is a defense that doesn't allow 100-yard rushers, that doesn't allow over 30 points per game. Yet they did that in the ACC title game.
Yeah, this is a defense that was ranked second overall in the ACC, and Clemson came in and physically dominated the line of scrimmage and just handed it to them. I think Clemson came in more ready to play this football game than Virginia Tech. Nobody gave Clemson a chance, even though they beat Virginia Tech earlier in the season by 20 points. Present company included, didn't give those guys a chance because they haven't been playing well.
I don't want to throw you under the bus, but he did pick Virginia Tech.
You too, him too, both of us did. But the bottom line is that Clemson came in and looked like they wanted the game more.
Yeah. Do you think that the critics, because everything that you see in the media, everything you see in the papers, do you think that that Clemson, they heard the critics, they heard the people on the outside not giving them a chance? Do you think that affected how they played this game?
Oh, it's definitely a motivational factor. If nobody believes in you in the entire world, what you do is you get that group together in the locker room, and I'm sure what Dabo Swinney said is that the only ones who believe in us are us in this locker room, so we have to get it done. On the flip side of that, Virginia Tech hearing that, you haven't lost a game since you lost that game October 1st against these guys. You've been playing extremely well. You got David Wilson, you got Logan Thomas, a bunch of weapons on offense, a great defense. I think they kind of fell asleep a little bit. They heard the noise too and expected to win the game, and it didn't happen.
We've talked about this ad nauseum this year, the monkey on Clemson's back. This year and several years previous, the monkey on Clemson's back of being the quote-unquote the same old Clemson. Does this win, now presumably head into the Orange Bowl, does this win erase some of the shortcomings and the struggles down the stretch, losing 3 or 4?
It doesn't erase them completely, but it is a little bit of redemption because they did win the ACC Championship, and that's everybody's goal entering the season. But, back in Week 8 when these guys were 8-0, ranked 5th in the country, with a schedule that looked like they could win the rest of their games, we thought they were going to be in the national championship. Yeah. So to that point, a little disappointing, but winning the ACC Championship, it's pretty good too.
Yeah, and also it shouldn't go without mentioning the fact that they forced 3 turnovers, didn't force a single turnover in 3 games previous to that. So hats off to Dabo Swinney, the job that he's done with these Clemson Tigers, 2011 ACC champions. For Dorsey Levens, I'm Kyle Montgomery. We'll catch you next time on the ACC Digital Network.